met, you just spoke about how you had a boring couple of weeks. So can you just run us through that and what you've been up to?
Not much really. Yeah, I've been back in New York for the last week. Watched pretty much the whole game in the aircon there. So yeah, good to see the boys get the win. Yeah, it looked like a pretty tricky surface to bat on in particular. So yeah, good to be up 1-0. Obviously that last day went really quickly, which was ideal. But yeah, good position. So back here now. Had a couple of bats last week. With some tennis balls and Incredi balls the first day, and then some cricket balls the next day, and everything felt good. I was with a probably slightly bigger splint than this one as well, so it was probably a little bit more tricky getting my hand in the glove and stuff. But yeah, since today I just got my stitches out. Got a smaller splint now, so things will be easier getting my hand in the glove more than anything. So yeah, feels good.
The next couple of days, is it just about once you get to Grenada, just facing bowling, fast bowling and slowdowns, and how you feel about your game?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think for me it'll just feel like training as normal. I think I don't feel really any pain or anything. So yeah, it's all feeling good. Just getting used to the splint on and just the slight limited movement, I suppose, with the tape and the splint. I mean, it's not too bad. I've got a lot of movement there now, so no, it feels good. So it'll be just training as normal, and then probably fielding some balls in front of the wicket, which would probably be the strangest thing for me. I don't think I've ever done that in a test match. So you know, fielding it either probably mid-on or mid-off or fine leg or something. A bit different to standing at second or first slip. So I think that's probably going to be the biggest difference.
What about the catch itself, Steve? You talk us through that, and looked pretty gruesome as well. I imagine you probably looked down and thought, oh, this could be pretty grim.
Yeah, I looked straight down and I was like, one, that just doesn't look right. It looks pretty disgusting. Wasn't kind of sure of the extent of the damage. Fortunately, there was no fracture, and it was just a compound dislocation. So Doc actually said that he wanted to put my finger back in as we were running off. That I didn't have much interest in. I was feeling pretty sick at that stage, just from the look of it. But yeah, I think Bo said I went pretty pale straight away. Alex said the same. Just from viewing it, didn't look great. So yeah, it wasn't too painful, just kind of made me feel ill. So I think the catch itself, you know, obviously I was pretty close with the helmet on, and kind of the angle that Starkey created from round the wicket and the way Temba played it, it was almost in front of his body. So I lost track of it for a while there. I watched the ball everywhere I field, so you know, might be different if you're watching the bat perhaps, but when you're watching the ball and you kind of lost it in the angle of which he played the ball, it was quite straight, so I didn't pick it up till real late, and it kind of dipped on me a bit, and obviously didn't go in my hand very well, and it was a pretty costly drop at that stage, unfortunately. But yeah, that happens.
Do you think the helmet played a role, given you don't usually wear it in that?
Maybe. I mean, I practiced with it that morning. It felt all right, but I genuinely think it was just more the fact I just lost track of the ball when he played it so straight, and the angle of which it came out. I think it might have even clipped his hip on the way through as well. So yeah, it was just obviously very close, and then just an awkward one that sort of climbed a bit as well. Most of the edges were going down throughout the game, so you know, we felt being close was the right option, but yeah, unfortunate one.
What was the thought process behind going to New York?
I was honestly just bored here. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sweat. I was sort of stuck in the room doing nothing. So yeah, obviously got the apartment 4.5 hours away. Danny was back there, dogs were back there. So go back, sit in the air conditioning, watch the boys play, and that was good.
It's hard to find a net over there?
So I found a baseball cage. My mate actually told me about it, which was ideal because it was pretty warm there. It was like 36 degrees. So up on like 71st and the West Side Highway, there was underneath this bridge, there was a batting cage, and he was able to throw me a few balls there. So it was good to be in the shade. It was pretty hot there.
When do you ever think you'd be doing a fitness test in New York at a baseball catch?
Probably not. But yeah, it was nice to hit a few balls. Everything felt good. Sent the videos. I videoed it, sent it back to the medical staff, and they were pretty happy with some of the shots I played. So yeah, they're pretty happy.
Is there any different feeling when you're gripping the bat at the moment due to the splint?
I haven't done it with this one yet. The other one that I had on was a little bit thicker, so was probably a little bit more difficult to do. This one's a little bit thinner. It's probably going to feel closer to, obviously I won't have the feeling in that finger with the splint touching the bat, I suppose, but probably the fortunate part is, you know, most batters I think take those fingers off the bat to play a lot of their shots. I probably keep mine on for most of them, being a bottom hand player, but hitting balls, it felt completely fine, so yeah, pretty comfortable.
Will you need to have a hit day before the test as well to be reassured, or do you think you could make a call, say 2 days out, for example, after the main session?
I'll probably do it anyway, just because I haven't hit many balls haven't hit really any balls outside of the 50 that I did the one day and 50 that I did the other day. So I'd assume I'd want to bat anyway, just to feel some balls and get a bit of rhythm. So yeah.
What kind of a cricket watcher are you? Like, are you tuning into each ball, or you're like, this pitch is doing too much, I don't need to see?
No, I was pretty relaxed. There's probably a few occasions I was happy that I wasn't out there with a few things the balls were doing on those wickets. So no, look, it was a pretty good game of cricket in the end. West Indies stuck with us by the looks of things for majority of the game, and then I thought the way the boys batted on that the third morning, particularly I thought Alex Carey played exceptionally well. I sent him a message after it. Some of the shots he played, those lofted drives were outrageous. But yeah, a few of those partnerships obviously helped, and getting up above 300 looked like it was going to be too many on that surface.
If you do end up in fine leg, do you remember the last time you were fielded there? Have you ever?
Oh, geez. I've done a bit of deep backward square when we've gone to like the bouncer plan and stuff. Probably more in England when we did that for a little bit last year, but yeah, that's probably as square as I've been behind the wicket. So it could be a little bit different if I'm down there, but might be fun. Run around for a bit, be right.
Will this impact you at all for the 100 in terms of, will that be just straightforward and you could be able to play that?
I think it's all good. I think so I'm supposed to have this splint on for 8 weeks, I think. So I think the start of that's around 8 weeks, so might even be out of it by then, or even with it, I think I'll still be able to operate and do everything that I need to do. So yeah, I'm not really, it's still a little way away, but I mean, fingers crossed everything goes well between now and then, but I don't see any issues.
You mentioned how tough conditions were. What would your advice to Sam particularly, but also Cam at number 3 be if they're faced with similar conditions? Again, we don't know what we're going to get in Grenada, but if they are similarly spicy, what would your advice be?
I think you've got to be positive in your mindset. I think just looking to scores, I think that you need that on any wicket, but looking to score, looking to put pressure on whenever you can, and then just being solid and comfortable in your defence as well. Sometimes you've got to grind it out on those wickets and try and see out the good balls as much as possible, but then when you get anything loose, you've got to try and climb into it. So probably keep it as simple as that, and I think these guys are good players. There's been a lot of talk around it, but they're good players, and we just need to give them an opportunity. It doesn't always come round straight away. I think back to the start of my career, it took me, 11 innings to score 100. So it can take some time. We just got to give them an opportunity and let them get used to playing in these conditions, and in international cricket can be tricky. So these guys have some really good talent, and I think they have bright futures.
Just on the younger batting group, and there's been some criticism of Michael Venuto from some former legends in Australian cricket about how the batting probably has regressed in his time. So you worked very closely with Diva. So just your take on that and what he has meant to this batting team.
I think Diva's been great for a long time. In both stints he's had in the Australian setup, I've been obviously privy to both of those. And I think the way he's learnt over the years, he obviously went and did some head coaching stuff at Surrey and had some success there as well. So his knowledge of batting is second to none. He's not the one out there actually doing the batting. Guys have to be able to figure it out themselves out in the middle sometimes, that you can't have someone holding your hand out there. So, any criticism of Diva, completely against. He works as hard as anyone. He knows batting inside out. He's seen cricket all around the world and knows all the conditions. So, he's done a wonderful job for a long time now, and the boys really enjoy working with him.
What do you make of the Windies quicks in Shamar in particular? Obviously, 18 months on from the Gabba.
He sort of took off where he left off, didn't he? At the Gabba, he bowled really nicely. He bowled a lot of really good wicket-taking balls, and yeah, obviously challenged the defence more often than not. So yeah, he's a good bowler, and I thought their other bowlers bowled pretty well as well. Greaves obviously took some, Seals took some wickets and bowled nicely. Yeah, now Zari's he's got some pace and yeah, challenged us a bit as well. So no, they're pretty good attack. Yeah, you've got to be switched on to get the runs out there.
Any sense of what you get in Grenada?
Wouldn't have a clue. I've actually never been there before, so yeah, one of the islands that I've not been to. So yeah, looking forward to getting down there, and we'll see what we turn up with.
Your last dig here, 199 in Kingston. Fairly good match. What are your memories?
Oh, geez, that was 10 years ago. Yeah, it was. I think we won that Test match. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember a lot about it, to be honest. It was a long time ago, but yeah, it was cool to contribute to another win there, I suppose. And yeah, this was my first game in the West Indies since then. So now I'm looking forward to it.